Hello, everybody. How was your Christmas? Oh, I want to say it, but it's not appropriate. But a friend of mine, when he gets super chats, he says it's a boner downer. But I'm a girl, so I can't really say that. But it is super funny. Anyways, I got some super love. I know that little person's picture anywhere. That is Miranda. Thank you so much. Merry or happy late Christmas to everybody. If y'all hear something in the background, I have my little 2-pound dog in here with me today. So, how is everybody? Miranda, Natasha, Sapito. Hello. Y'all got them links going, them good resourceful links. That's good shit. Natasha, did I say that? Yes, Tracy. Hello. Hello. Good day, Tina. Hello. Tracy. Let's see. Hold on, my little friend. He wants to say hello. Say hello. I am Ranger and I am perfect. Isn't this the cutest little guy in the whole world? I love him so much. I love him so much. You just had an amazing visit with your daughter and son in law. Plus, you have your husband home. Oh, perfect. Great. What a great Christmas, Natasha. That's great. That is really great. Thank you so much. And Happy New Year to you too, Miranda. That is good shit. Irish guy, hey, I was checking out your video earlier. How are you? Joanne, hello. Charlotte, great. Wog wouldn't care, and neither will we. Yeah, I know. I know, but it sounds just a little bit, try to keep it somewhat PG since we're already talking about such horrific things that don't need to be. But, anyways, yeah, it is funny. Joanne, hello. Char, how are you feeling? It is Stacy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you're doing well. They're over there right now. Oh my goodness. That's good shit. Guys, what's up, Vivian? Hey baby, how are you? So, I think I've been going over this West Memphis 3 stuff again. Literally, I have been following this case since I was 13 years old. I'm from Memphis originally. Well, I was born in Memphis. I grew up probably about 45 minutes outside of Memphis. So, and I have family in Arkansas. Anyways, the West Memphis 3 has always been just one of those cases that has just completely fascinated me. And it's so many moving parts. It has literally taken me up and down, up and down, up and down. I went from knowing exactly what I thought, to changing it, because I'm 42 now. You got to think about that. I was 13 when it happened in 1993. I've been following it ever since. I'm 42 now. So imagine how much this shit has changed. I mean, there's no way to go over it in one stream. There's no way. So I think this week we're going to talk about it a little each stream. And there is new evidence, which stupidly, I don't even have that damn article, but I have everything else pulled up. So yeah, and y'all probably noticed that I changed the title from I had summer rocks for summer in there, and I'm waiting to get back with a link because unbeknownst to me, there are several little Facebook groups that have started doing it, just kind of, whatever. But this one I think is more organized, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything back. So as soon as I get it, I will share it with y'all. But y'all remember when we did Xavier, where's Xavier? And we just painted, where's Xavier, the state we're in, and took a picture. It's similar to that, except it's rocks that you paint. So, and it's for summer. So it's just kind of something to get awareness up, stuff like that. So as soon as I get it, you was born in 1993. Well, thank you for making me feel like an old hag. I appreciate that, Charlotte Great. You appreciate it. You just came to Missouri for the first time in 1993. Wow. Well, what article? If you will send it to me, you will get it. It's just one about you love painting rocks. Yeah, well, I mean, if y'all wanted to go ahead and do it, I can make sure that they make it. I don't know. There's several of them. I joined one of the groups yesterday, but it apparently there's 100 of them. So I don't want to give y'all the wrong group. So that's why I changed it. You lit a candle for all the babies. Yeah, I mean, this was the first Christmas for a lot of families that they spent without their loved ones or without their children. You be old with me. I appreciate that, Sepito, because yeah, I am getting Old as dirt. Old as dirt. So I did want to say, because we got Vivian in here, she did a very interesting stream yesterday. And if some of y'all are into like the Bible, truth, or stuff like that, it would be a good listen for you. So y'all go check that out. Her the video she did yesterday live stream. I think it's called like Bible political. I can't remember. I should get the link. If one, hey Brandy, welcome baby. Oh, let me tell y'all something. Brandy, thank you so much for finding your way over here. Brandy's one of the most generous, kindest souls in the subscribers in the true crime community, and it shows in everything you do. We're happy to have you over here. Truly happy to have you over here. Yeah, it is not easy holiday today, but you made it for Natasha, that's good stuff. Your hubby came home and you got to visit with your babies. How's your daughter doing? I know she was in the hospital. Hopefully she's good. No, Brandy, you are a true angel out here in these YouTube streets. So, and it doesn't go unnoticed. At least from, it does not go unnoticed. Absolutely. Y'all talking about farts? Okay. Yeah, well, sometimes it happens over here. We talk about stuff. So, okay, I have a couple little small stories I wanted to show y'all. So, do y'all remember when we talked about you're now banned from the Vatican? Vivian, I mean, that's pretty impressive to get banned from the Vatican webpage. Who the hell does that? You keep fighting the good fight, Vivian. I swear I'm right behind you. That's golden. What's up, Kathy? How are you? You tell your grandkids you're older than Google. That is facts, Kathy. That is facts. Welcome to the stream, sweetheart. Oh God, that is good. Let me tell you something. I got the best supporters on YouTube. I got the best community. She's probably banned from the actual Vatican as well. Sapito, if I had to guess, her picture's probably on the clipboard that says, not today, not today, not today, Satin. It's probably exactly what it says. But, oh, God. Yeah, I don't even want to know. I know, right? Oh, Tracy says she is fart dust. She was born in 65. Well, we accept you and your fart dust over here. Tracy, we just love you to death. What's up, Jinlu? How does one get banned from the Vatican website? Snooping for shit that they don't want talked about. She keeps popping up them videos like that on YouTube. YouTube's going to ban her ass too. But we would still be supportive of Vivian and her mission for truth, which is very important. Hold on. Come here. What you doing? Stop. Hold on, y'all. My dog is tearing up everything. Can't you just rest like the rest of the puppies? So do y'all remember over here we was talking about the not West Memphis, but the Texas shooter? Y'all know the family, they threw him a nice warm the state Vatican. Oh my God. I'm fixing to move forward, but that is just some awesomeness right there. I'm telling you right now. You touched a nerve, honey. That is great. That is great. I know, Ranger, chill the hell out. Thank you, Shar. He's not really listening to me very well. But yeah. Hey, no, you don't do that. Now he's chewing on my laptop cord. Oh, you're gonna get all the way in trouble. You may have to go in the pen for that one. Look at his face. Oh, he's an old terror, ain't he? Oh, thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you. I so appreciate the support. I really do. I need to get back to my members' videos, but I just appreciate the support. So thank you very much for becoming a member. So, this week, as soon as I get my logo back, I am going to be, I guess, launching. It sounds kind of dumb to even say that. Dallas even spring loaded too. Yeah, these Yorkies, they're wired for sound, no doubt. But I'm going to be putting up my second channel. I've been talking about it for a while. It's going to be a lot lighter than the true crime for sure. And we're going to talk about everything. And we're going to just do whatever. I mean, it's just going to be we'll be able to laugh. For sure. So I'm excited about it. What's up, Daisy Confused? Welcome, baby. You need a lifetime subscription, right? He wants back up here so he could jump down. Yeah, I'm excited, Vivian. I'm excited about it. So, I know, launch. Sounds weird to say, but it's happening. Don't do that again or you're going to be in trouble. Leave my laptop cord alone. Yeah, I barely can stream without problems as it is. All right, let me show y'all this first one we got. It's crazy, but y'all are not going to be shocked. I mean, when you reward a school shooter with a welcome home party, um, you're probably barking up the wrong tree if I had to guess. So let me show y'all this. I was just like, mm. I mean, you show me a jacked up kid, and I will show you a slew of adults that failed them, stood around, enabled them, everything. Where is it at? Here we go. This is real quick. They don't give any context, which actually this was like 2 days ago. They may have more on it now. I just know I wanted to show y'all this. Y'all are gonna be shocked, right? Timberview High School shooting suspect arrested again. Timothy Simpkins. This was just awful. Now let me give a little backstory. Off the news, there's rumors that this kid. Okay, let me back up a little bit. He was on video. Him and a 15-year-old. This 15-year-old was giving him the work. Like he was whooping his butt, right? They've had an ongoing issue. This Timothy kid, he's 18 years old, and he is still at the school, so he is already an adult, right? So he got charged. A teacher got grazed. I think another student was injured, like in the shoulder or something. The 15-year-old, he was in ICU for a long time. He had to go under surgeries and everything. Well, after this fist fight that was videotaped and uploaded, Timothy went to his he went to his backpack and pulled out a gun and unloaded on this 15-year-old. So the backstory of that is Timothy and the 15-year-old's older brother allegedly, rumor is that they have dealings in the street, gang dealings in the street. I don't know how much fact there is to that, but it makes sense. And this kid was pretty much applauded. His family threw him a welcome home party once he was released from jail after shooting his gun at this 15-year-old and his teacher and classmates. They said they gave him a welcome home party. Like I never seen nothing like it in my life. And they were like, well, maybe kids shouldn't be bullying. You know, since when does the bully go get a gun and it's okay? Like, can we not have some middle ground here? Yes, you shouldn't be bullying. No, you shouldn't go get a gun and shoot up your classroom. I mean, that is why. Why was this applauded? But so this just happened. This was published the 24th of this month. So this just happened. The Arlington teenager, and I cannot see the chat, so give me a second. The Arlington teenager accused of injuring 4 people during a school shooting is back behind bars. Court records show 18-year-old Timothy Simpkins was arrested Thursday for a bond violation. The document did not give details about the violation. Shocker. Because I'm not going there, but they try to politicize this, and then once it didn't fit a narrative, then they just stopped talking about it. Which is insanity to me. Like you got the one that just happened in Michigan, and which was way worse. Absolutely, this kid was troubled. This Timberview, it was not like that. This high school shooting, it wasn't like what you would say a classic school shooting. I think he got embarrassed, and he knew that him getting his ass beat was videotaped, and he went and got his own gun and he dealt with it. Well, it's still wrong. You can't, it's so stupid that they applauded this. So, and not only did his parents throw him a welcome home party once he got out of jail after shooting up his classroom, and the kid, let me say this too, the kid immediately called his attorney after the shooting. Immediately called an attorney after the damn shooting. So, but not only did they reward this kid with a welcome home party, these brazen idiots, they took pictures and uploaded it to social media. Like, how stupid can you be? There was no telling him, hey, you can't be going around shooting people. That's not the way to handle things either. And his parents had money. If he was really being bullied and the school did nothing, they should have removed his ass from the school and put him somewhere else where he would have been safe. Why did they not do that? Because in my opinion, allegedly, it didn't happen that way. And he knew there was dirt in his background. What is that one? End of Sentence, I think is the YouTube channel. End of Sentence. He did a really good breakdown about this. So let's just finish reading and then we can move forward. He bonded out of jail October, just a few days after police said he opened fire inside a Timber View High School in Arlington. The shooting reportedly stemmed from a fight Simpkins had with another student. That student, 15-year-old Zacharias Selby, was critically injured but survived. Another student was grazed by a bullet and a teacher was shot. A second teacher who was pregnant was injured in the chaos during the shooting. Simpkins was charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. His family, which let me say this too, he should have been charged with attempted murder. He unloaded on this 15-year-old. Unloaded. He was shot multiple times. His family claimed that he was being bullied, but the Arlington police chief said he does not believe bullying played any role in the shooting, and neither do I. All the evidence or all the things that have came out in the pictures and, this kid's affiliations and all that, it doesn't scream I'm a victim. Not at all. It screamed I got my ass kicked because I picked with the wrong 15-year-old. That to me, but who the fuck am I? I'm a dumbhead behind a computer, big deal. Metal detector wands and other enhanced security measures were added at Timber View High School. So I don't know why he was arrested again, but it was a violation from the shooting. And yeah, here we have it. Hey Denise, welcome, baby. Let me see. Sean, hey, how are you? Let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Randy, hey, baby. Hello, you've been talking about, let's see, we've been talking about you and Ziggy's. All good things. So I came to check you out. The Ziggy that's covering the Summer Wells case? Seriously? Or, she has the Krama channel. That's not a dig. That's what she actually calls her channel. Well, unbeknownst to me, I did not know that. And thankfully, all things were good. And even if they weren't, I do what I do. But welcome, baby. Welcome. That is good. That's good to know. I appreciate y'all telling me the shit because I promise you, half of it I would miss. I don't know. Hey, Kara, I see them saying hello to you. There you are. So Miss Ella, on your way to work. Well, have a good day. Let's see who else. All right. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Wow, I missed that. Me on Z for what? I don't even put summer in my title half the time. It's okay. Let's see. Huh. All right. Hey, Kathy 117. Hello. She is also a good one out here on these YouTube streets, making a difference, trying to be, believe for what she stands in. And I love that. Hey, get this DKUG. That is, can somebody block this one? That's a troll account. It's it's a bot. I don't know if my mods can see it. I'm on StreamYards. I can't block from this side. What can I do though? I think, I can only put him in timeout. No, wait, I can block. Hold on. Yeah, I can. There we go. You are blocked, kind sir. Bot. Keek, hello. The article here basically said he had unapproved substance in his system. Really? Huh. Oh, so you're telling me that he got arrested because he failed a drug screening? Is that what you're saying? And welcome to the stream, Keek. That does change it a little bit, though. I mean, I'm not saying he gets a pass, but you know what, though? You got to, if you're on probation, then you probably should keep your system clean, But yeah, thanks for telling me because it definitely didn't say that in this article. What's up, engineer? Welcome, baby. Welcome. Glad to see new people in here. Okay. Yeah, that was a bot. And if it's not a bot, I don't understand that. But I've seen them kind of things pop up in different chats, and it's a bot. Was gonna block, but I didn't realize I could block on this side. I only thought I could time out. Praise God, we don't get too many trolls over here. So we're kind of new to the troll thing, huh? So yeah, but let's see. And yes, that's why he got arrested again. Really? Well, they should say that. It's not like he was, which I guess, that is breaking the law, if he failed a drug screen, but it does make a difference. It does make a difference. And they should have said that. They made it sound like he's just out here, But You got to do what you got to do. You know you're on probation. You know you got to pass the drug screen. You need to have clean urine. I mean, you're a grown adult. This is what you do, But yeah, it does give context. I appreciate that. So I definitely think his charges should have been more than what they were. But as long as he learns, what even happened to the 15-year-old? Is he back home? Check my messenger. Okay, let me see. Yeah, because I got messed up. Okay. All right, let's see. No, Char the Great. No, not at all. Not at all. No, do not block that person. Yeah, do not. Please don't. No, And it's already, it got taken care of. They are testing to pop in us. Yeah, I think it was just a bot, though. I think it was a bot. Let me see. I wanted to show y'all this other story. I have not dove into it, but a friend of mine, this happened in Alpena, Michigan, and she was telling me about it. So I'm just going to read it. I meant to, what was I going to say? All right, let's look at this real quick. This one is a crazy one. It just shows you things are happening all over the world, man. Little towns, small towns, big towns, corruption's everywhere. And this is Alpena, Michigan. Uh-oh. All right. Okay. Oh, there's a lot going on with these ads and stuff. Let's see. Byron Bills, Abbey Hill investigation. What we know so far. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Alpena. What began in early August as a search for a missing teenager has since expanded into 2 homicide investigations and an alleged armed hijacking. Very interesting story. Here's what we know so far. Possible charges. Police this fall found the bodies of 2 women, Byron Bills, 17, and Abbey Hill, 31, in separate searches in Alpena Township. Separately, okay, so y'all know words are challenging. I'm going to try not to butcher this man's name. Mazinski charged 2 men, Brad Shibnick, 35, and Joshua. Holy shit, these are some names. Whole piece of shit 1 and 2 is what we'll call them. With multiple crimes over an alleged armed hijacking of a tow truck driver this fall, also in Alpena Township. Okay. Muskinzie and police have said both men could be involved in the deaths, but no one has yet been charged. Let's see. I think I am going to look more into this, and we'll talk about it. On December 22nd, police turned their investigation over to Mazinski for review for possible charges, but would not say who might be charged or with what. Mazinski has made no decision thus far. I'm assuming that's the DA. It hasn't said, but I'm assuming that that's the DA. Friends and family called Bills of Alpena a smart, caring, outgoing lover of outdoors and music. She was last seen alive early in August. She would have turned 18 on August 12th. Police and the teen's father, Dwayne Bills of Fairview, sought the public's help in finding the girl beginning August 27th. Now, what's crazy is I've never even heard of any of these names except for from my friend, so it just lets you know there's these kids, they go missing, these women, they go missing, and you will never know. Like, one hand does not always shake the other when you're trying to get out information and awareness across the world, So, I mean, these things are happening everywhere. Let's see. Dwayne Bills offered a reward that climbed to $20,000 for any information leading to a break in the case. Acting on a tip, police searched a wooded area behind Wargoo's home on Naylor Road September 28th and found Bill's body, which they identified through tattoo markings. Abbey Hill. October 5th, police said Hill had gone missing. On October 16th, police said they'd found Hill's body following the search of a wooded area in Alpena Township the day before. They said it appears Hill died by homicide. Police said Hill participated in an alleged hijacking with Sherbrick and Wig 1 and 2 piece of shit. On September 21st, Hill had been wanted on felony warrants related to alleged hijacking. So this is crazy to me. Well, not crazy to me, but some of this, not the hijacking, but in Georgia, Meriwether, Olivia Fowler, and there's several other women down there in that area. the one thing they have in common is drug dealings and or drug use and things like this. And then all of a sudden they're dead or they're missing. So, you know, it's if you're going to do dirt with somebody, you better make sure they don't silence you permanently. Um, so it's probably best just to not do dirt. Police had arrested Hill on September 15th, 6 days before the alleged hijacking, on a warrant for failure to appear for a court matter. They released her the next day, as typical in such cases. So, with her being arrested, they probably thought that she would have a reason to snitch on them because she was involved and she had existing cases. So, I mean, probably out of fear, they did something, potentially. Joshua Rugal worked in a repair shop, the same towing company where his alleged victim was hijacking casework. Wow. The judge in 2009 sentenced Wurgu to 43 months in prison for sexually assaulting a girl between the ages of 13 and 15. Wow. Wurgu was 20. A year before that, Wurgu pled guilty, third-degree retail fraud, and an unrelated drunk driving charge. Brad Sisbreck. Yeah, I don't know. Serebrick. Yeah, that guy. Brad. We're going to call him Brad. In addition to the current charges related to the alleged hijacking, Brad also currently faces felony weapons charges in Osceola County and domestic violence charges in Alpena County. These are some upstanding citizens, guys. Before Brad in 2007 pled guilty to the charges of conducting criminal enterprise and receiving stolen property. Wow. Several years later, he admitted to serving as an accessory to a 2012 break-in, thefts, guns, drugs, Montgomery County. Montgomery County. Well, that's different. He also pled guilty to previously delivering marijuana. Let me see. How long is this? Wow. This is very, very, very long. Okay. The connections. Let's skip down here. Here's what we know about the players in the police investigation into the two deaths. Byron Bill, 17, of Alpena, was last seen alive in early August. Body found September 28th on property, Naylor Road in Alpena Township. Abby Hill, 31, Facebook friends with Bill. And so there's potentially she could have had, this could have been out of a necessity. This could have been a necessity killing. Maybe, potentially. Participated in the alleged hijacking September 21st with Joshua, owner of Naylor Road property, where police found Bill's body. Yeah. So this is absolutely, wow. It's crazy. October 15th, found Hill's body in the wooded area in Alpena Township. Joshua, 34, owns Naylor Road. I just read that. And Brad, 35, is unclear whether Seabrick is connected to Bill's beyond the fact that police and the prosecutor accuse him of participating in the alleged September 21st hijacking. So, okay. We've already went through this. This is the same thing. It's just breaking down the timeline. So, yeah, this is a crazy little story in Alpena, Michigan. Let me hop back over here to y'all. So, yeah, this is wild. This is a wild little story. Hey, Carolyn, welcome, baby. Wondering if they're crazy or 5G starts everywhere. Oh, yeah. Y'all know I got the damn 5G tower in my freaking beginning of my property, for crying out loud. Whatever. 100 days since summer's been missing. I'm starting to think. Hey, Stephanie, welcome, baby. I'm really starting to think that. Who was it? I was in a chat the other day. It might have been Gray. It might have been Gray Hughes. He said, it's going to be wild if she fell in a hole and all this has been for, nothing. No, Denise, I haven't heard any word on the remains. They may have come out and said that it was not Summers, but I'm not sure. But I think let's look real quick. Let me just look. But yeah, I really haven't gave too much thought about it because I don't know. It just doesn't feel right, but it very well could be. Let's see, remains in County, Tennessee. Let me see. All right. Let me see. This one was from 8 hours ago. It says, all right, I'll share the screen. That way y'all can see what I'm looking at. Let's see. And welcome everybody coming in. I can't really see the screen or the chat when I'm sharing the screen. So let's see. Yeah, whole piece of turd, Vivian. That's what they are. Whole piece of turd. Okay, let's look at this. This was 8 hours ago. This is the most recent thing. Okay. No thanks. Let's see. What's going on here? Is this okay?
Out of Knox County, where a sheriff's office spokesperson says human remains were found on Christmas Day. Deputies were called to the area off of Andrew Johnson Highway just after 5 last night. A medical examiner says while the remains are human, they have not determined the age, gender, or the time of death. The sheriff's office says the remains were taken to the Regional Forensic Center.
Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Danielle Dozier.
Let me get that. So yeah, I mean, I don't think they've said anything else since then. That's crazy. But you would, the way they said, it's almost like you would know if they were child remains, but they said they can't tell anything. So to me, that says that they are in extremely bad condition. Wait, where did they say they found them at? You know, and sometimes I'm good. How are you, Carolyn? Thanks for asking. I'm good. You know what? And sometimes I hate to say it, but yeah, I hate to say it, but a lot of times when the remains are in such bad condition, something has happened to the remains, like Malia Davis. And yeah, sometimes if they're, especially if they're in an open place, that maybe somebody needs grass that needs to be cut or a field or something like that. Sometimes the remains get really destroyed. So, and that to me would be, it would have to be something like that to where they could not be able to tell the age or if it was a child. So I don't know. I guess we just had to wait and see. I did see something where there was remains found in Kentucky somewhere too, but I'm not sure. Randy says, wow, there are cases here you haven't heard of in a long time and some you have never heard of, like GH2 Delphi. I just learned about Delphi. Let's see, guys. When did we talk about Delphi? Probably about 5 months ago. And we've been talking about it here recently too. And yeah, I did have something. It's nothing major. So the Anthony, I think it's Anthony Keene. I'm just learning this. So y'all don't come for me. I know people got their diehard cases that they're like, no, you said it wrong. But the Anthony Shots profile. Well, a news program they did, they found the guy. He's a cop in Alaska, and he was on the treadmill, weirdly enough. But anyways, he was saying, you know, yeah, those were pictures from his old modeling days and that he didn't appreciate it. And it was sad to him because he's got little girls. And yeah, so it was the photo image of the Anthony Shots. But there was, I had it saved, but I haven't looked at it. Hey, J. Marie, welcome. Oh, good. Sapito, she's so beloved to me. She's amazing. Thank you so much. Let's see. Anyone see me yet? I see you, Randy. Yeah, I was answering your question. I see you, of course. Yeah, I see you. Oh, did you accidentally get timed out or something? I'm sorry. It accidents happen. It's fine. Yeah, and animals can be a factor. You know, all of those things can play a part. What's up, blind squirrel? I ain't seen you in a minute. How the hell are you? Good to see you. Let me see. I'm just trying to read through. You have to watch back. So a creator has proof that Keegan Klein that ran the profiles dad link. I saw that. I don't know how much validity is behind that, but I did see that. I try to be very careful with not saying anything. Sapito, she's amazing. Oh, that's why I was in good. It makes sense now. Okay, good. Yeah. Yes, Sapito, you are the real MVP. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was like, oh God, I just don't want drama. But that's good. Thank you. I love my people. I really do. I love you too. You're doing fantastic. That's amazing, blind squirrel. That's great. You had to switch mobile for a sec. Okay, so I guess we're going to jump into Lena. Have y'all seen the press conference with her dad? It's a lot to digest as far as like you got to really listen. But let me pull up some of the things I do have, and then we will. Let me make sure. I want to talk about everything before because West Memphis 3 and Lena. It's going to Alex. I was going to send you an email. Welcome, please. Everybody go sub up to Alex. She puts out great content. Alex, I thought you did a small 5-minute video about Lena, and it was about how you can't take it into your own hands, and that he needs to be dealt with criminal law if it was somebody in their culture, if it was somebody connected to them, that they would take care of it themselves. Whatever happened to Lena, please tell me you know what I'm talking about, because I could have swore it was your video. I was going to see if I could show it, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, I could, but I couldn't find it. So, yeah, please go sub up to Alex. She's absolutely amazing, and she calls out the bullshit, and she doesn't care if she takes heat, and I think that's great, especially with the Summer Wells and the smoke and mirrors. Guys, it's fucking vital that we just don't take everything like it's facts. Just because somebody gets up here and they say something and they do it in an exciting voice, or they do it in an insightful way, or let's get our what was the word? Pitchforks and our torches, and let's just go. Oh no, guys, that's emotional manipulation. It's completely emotional manipulation. You know what I mean? So, and she's been calling it out, and I think it's great. The Glare too. I've been watching more of the Glare lately. I used to watch him with Sophie Law, and then that case took such a like I put out one good 35 minute video about Sophie, and then that was it. It got too crazy for me, and yeah, but even that too, even if you look at a lot of that with the Long case, a lot of that was emotional manipulation. I mean, they had this kid doing meet and greets with strangers. I mean, crazy banana shit. You know what I mean? Nope, you did briefly discuss it. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. It was in the middle of a live. And I just called it. Okay. Alex, I was making shit up. Well, at least I did see it. But I could have swore you said, we got to make sure we don't do this. So, yeah, please go check out Alex. She does a great job. I almost said Alexis. My son, my 7-year-old. Y'all know we don't do devices with my kid, right? I'm against it. We don't do it, whatever. Well, he went to work with Daddy Bear, and one of his clients, they had Alexa. And oh, honey, he was just smitten with Alexa. He was having her sing songs and do all of this stuff. And I was like, well, I hope you and Alexa had a good run, because we don't do that. We don't do this shit here. You're 7. You don't. And I'm not judging when I say that. I don't care what anybody else does with their children. It's just for us. We don't do that. We don't do devices, and we just try to do organic things with him. So yes, they do a lot of manipulating, and they trying to get money and backbite. I mean, it's just be a critical thinker. Question everything. It can't all be fact, but it can't all be truth, or false. That's the way I look at a lot of truther stuff. It can't all be real, but it can't all be fake either. So it is what it is. So, okay, let's look at this. And yeah, the last stream you did was good. And I guess it probably was in the middle of the stream. Let me just make sure I don't miss. Oh, yes. So, okay. So let's talk about this. So in the title, it says, what is school for? So this one may be a little, listen, over here, and those of y'all new coming in or whatever, let me just tell you a little bit of something you may not know about this channel. And yes, we talk about true crime and everything, but I can see the chat, and then I'm going to go back to the article. But we talk about children's rights. Children's rights is a big deal. Shout out to AFC Podcast. He does an amazing job with children's rights. And yeah, that is the common theme around here. Make families important again, children's rights, things like that, right? So I want to have an open conversation about, why is school important? What is the school's job? I'm talking about public school. This is not a private school that we're about to talk about. And I live in Tennessee, and I recognize Tennessee is not like a California or somewhere else. I completely understand that. But some shit's just, it's a little too much. It's a little too much. And so I actually first saw the story on, what was it? Conservative Black Eye, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. I follow a bunch of different ones. But I think that's where I originally found it. And this is the article, because I didn't want to, share his content. So because I don't really do politics, but these kind of stories, they do. I am concerned about it because it affects our youth, right? So this one school in California, and I wish I would have had the board meeting, but yeah, this school. Well, let's just read. Let's just read and listen. You can have an opposing opinion. It's 100% fine with me. As long as we're respectful, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And I don't really know a lot about this source, Epic Times, but I do know that, in my opinion, what this school has done is it's way too much. California school district suspends staff, investigates leaked audio regarding LGBTQ clubs. So wait, what's this? Oh my goodness. No. Why is it doing this now? I've already looked at this. Shh. Oh, this makes me very mad. I wish I could have just printed it. Heck. Whatever. I guess I'm putting in my email. There it is. Whatever. Now I'll be getting 100 things. It's fine. Okay, here we go, guys. All right, follow me. I have been logged in. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, this is awful. And let me say this, it's not even that I'm against these clubs. No, not at all. It doesn't, it's fine. But what these teachers did is beyond the call of educators, in my opinion. What is this shit? All right, guys, listen, let me cut back to y'all, and I'm just going to tell y'all what happened because I did not even know this article was going to do it. On my phone, I pulled it up fine, like no problem. I didn't have to do all this. Let me get back here to y'all. So this is what happens. Over a period, I got it, y'all. I got it. This one, when you see them like that, these are bots. I don't know. It's like the Russian bots have come out of nowhere the past few days in YouTube. So this is what happened. Oh, wow. Never knew that Terror Reader that Terror Reader. What Terror Reader? Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Ray for Ray. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm going to keep moving forward. Okay. So, yeah, Alexa is pretty creepy to me too. Not Alex. Alexa. Two different things. Alex, good content creator. Alexa, probably from Satin. So, but that's just my thoughts, So what's happened at the school is that with these clubs, there was this one kid, like apparently they started going to the club, everything's fine. But over like a period of time of like 6 months, these teachers, they took it upon themselves. This kid was like, what was she, 13? Something, not even. I don't even think she was that old. But what happened is they started talking to this child, having secret meetings with this child. They talked her into changing her name. And all of this happened over several months' time, right? So one day, the parents get called. Now, it's not that the parents aren't supportive. They were like, if this is what you want, whatever. They were blindsided. They call the parents into this room, right? They call the parents in. They set her down, and they tell the parents, hey, she's changing her name. She's changing her gender. If you do not comply with this and you do not get her on hormones, if you do not do all of this, we are going to contact Department of Children's Services on you because now you're harmful to your child. You're not supporting her mental health. Now, listen, that's a lot to digest. Can you just imagine? You're sending your kid to school. Grades are fine. Everything's okay. No big deal. Like you think everything's fine, right? You notice a little changes in your kid. You're like, well, she's a teenager. No, whatever. So, and I don't know if y'all are aware, but there absolutely are several cases out there in the world to where the parent did not agree with these changes or giving their child hormones or things like that. They didn't agree with it. And in 2 cases in California, the child was removed. The children were removed from the parents. They were removed from the parents because I'm on to think that one case, the kid was like 7 years old. And it was a massive fight between the mother and the father. And the mother was forcing all this stuff. It's a 7-year-old child. I could go out. If that took me 3 weeks, I could totally convince my son that we are elephants and that we're just going to. I don't even know. I could convince him of anything. Why? Because he looks up to me. I'm his mother. I mean, just because kids are kids, they're influential. So, can you just imagine having your kid taken from you from the state of California because you don't comply and put these chemicals in your child? So that's what happened. And I really thought we was going to be able to look at this article, but I want y'all to hear this school board. I want you to hear this mother. Just give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I really thought this article was going to work out. Okay, school board. Yeah, I mean, it's awful. And I just want you to, and listen, this is not a dig at the groups, the clubs. I think all kids need to have a right to a safe space to talk about their issues, to talk with their peers, and even in a controlled environment at school. I'm totally fine with all that. It's what they did. It's what these teachers did. They took it upon themselves to completely change somebody else's child, and not in the name of any education at all. What does the child's gender have to do with school studies? Nothing. They're not even in high school, for crying out loud. So give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull up school board meeting California LGBTQ clubs. Let's see. Hopefully I can. I'm really irritated about this article. Like, why even do all the work at setting everything up? Let's see. Okay, let me see. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. Wait, what's this? Okay. Man. Oh, heck. I don't want to show this guy. But, all right, this is, wait a minute. Is that it? Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look it up. And I'm just going to show one part, but I'm going to give credit to this guy, but I'm not going to even share his commentary. I just want y'all to hear the school board meeting. So let's see. Give me 1 second. It's very important. So y'all just please bear with me a second. It's extremely, if you're a parent and, kids, it's a rough world the kids live in. I mean, it really is. If you think about all the shit the kids got to put up with and they got to deal with, they got to fit in, they got to have a label, they got to have this, they got to have clothes, they got to keep their grades up. A lot of times the parents jacked up. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot that our kids have got to deal with. And let me see. I just want y'all to hear this. It's such a powerful, statement from these parents. All right. And I'm going to, okay, here we go. This is from 11 days ago, so hold on. And I'm going to copy this. All right. And I'm just going to play the part where the school board meeting is at.
Wrong. They've done nothing wrong. A mistake about what happened. And I want you guys to take a listen at what she's saying, and then we're going to go into details about what allegedly is going on at this middle school, because this right here is
a middle school, y'all.
Insane. It is insane. So without further ado, protocol. Let these teachers. Job and let me do mine. They assumed that my child needed.
Can y'all not hear? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear. Can y'all hear? Did y'all hear that audio? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear. Hello? And somebody's here at my house too. You cannot hear. You can hear now. You can now. Well, that's weird. Okay. All right. Well, let's do this. I was trying not to show it. I was just trying to show audio started, but it stopped. Okay. Well, that's because of me. I was trying to keep out the echo. Why does it echo sometimes and then it doesn't? Okay. Here. We'll just do this. I'll just replay. And if the echo's too bad, then
They have nothing wrong. They've done nothing wrong. A mistake? You allowed these teachers to open their classrooms teaching predatory information to a young child, a mindful child that doesn't even know how to comprehend it all. How do you not know what was going on your own campuses? Did you think that no parent would ever come forward? You will not quiet me today. I will stand here today and protect my child along with every other child who has not come forward yet. Do they have psychiatry degrees that I was unaware of? Because I didn't hire them. Okay, I did not hire them to sit there and nitpick my child's brain. You took away my ability to parent my child, even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get a chance. You planted seeds, Miss Caldera and Miss Baraki, Mr. Baraki, and you, Miss Tagarin. Your job was to educate my child in math, science, English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine. They assumed that my child needed your aid and resources. They pushed it in the face. And tonight, I will stick up for her. Miss Caldera, you're guilty. Miss Baraki, you're guilty. You changed her personal documentation, her gender, her name, her email. I authorized an AKA added to her attendance because I wanted to be supported.
Right.
But guess what? She's allergic to bees. Her medical record says a birth name, and you changed it. Who administers that now? Not everything, not me. You guys did this on your own accountability, and you've gone too far. They downgraded me in front of my child and allowed me to question myself as a mother. You sat there and told me how my child was going to be. And then you wrapped your hands around her while I sat across the table and cried. Because you thought you could be there better than I, and I never got a chance. She was scared to even say anything. Your guys' voice were heard, not hers.
This is so
she's
sad.
A straight-A student all of her life.
This is a dad.
She's now entered into high school, a straight-A student. And yeah, she's the one that's confused because she was coached.
That's the audio. It's not on my end.
You're the victim. You can't speak. You can't say what's happening in your life. My daughter was CPS just called on my daughter.
Sorry, this is not me. It's the actual audio.
To have a discussion with the teacher to for hiding the fact that she was given a new name, a boy's name. You know, for a boy to be told that if you think you're a girl, you're a girl. If you think you're a boy, you're a boy.
All right, guys. So yeah, in a nutshell,
All right, let me get back here. So could y'all understand I mean, how crazy is that? So what do y'all think about that? Like, this is actually happening. There's educators out here convincing your middle school child, that they have a new name and everything. Can you imagine? Like, I can't imagine how sad that mother, sad and isolated, and I mean, everything this mother felt while these strangers, strangers to her, right? I mean, if it was my child, I'd be furious. Exactly, Graham. Welcome, sweetie. Welcome, and everybody coming in. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I felt so bad for these parents, and I'm glad they spoke out. I'm glad they went to the damn Board of Education, because it's insanity. Now, they were put out, and there was an audio leaked. That was another thing I wanted y'all to hear, but the article ain't, cooperating. I'm so stoked. You're gonna wee my pants over this info. Let's see. Yeah, it's too much. Like, who the hell do you think you are? I mean, and the responsible thing to do would have to been notify the teacher or the parent and say, hey, your child is struggling, this, whatever. But they didn't do that. They took it upon themselves to change everything about this child. The kid was scared to even go to her own parents. They just, it's fucked up, but it's messed up. So just, this shit is happening in some of your kids' schools, and you may not even know it. And I'm not saying that these kids don't need to be supported or anything like that, but what these teachers did, it was awful. It was awful. It's unforgivable. And the link that I was dropping in the description, that is the original, that's the original place where I saw it from. So, Kat R, you have been in peer education for almost 20 years and recently quit due to these types of pressure style brainwashing. The critical race theory is horrible too. Yes, we have talked about critical race theory over here too. I hope I'm not teaching this garbage. Yeah, I mean, it's not even in the curriculum. Like, and also, like I said, I'm in Tennessee, so I'm a little bit under the rock about some shit. And now they're trying to pass this to where they're taking away D's and F's. Well, how the hell do they know they're failing then? What? I mean, it's insane. Like, you cannot treat kids this way. And everybody wonders why the kids are so entitled, and there's like, they can't even, they can't stand on their own. What if something major happens and our generation dies out? Who's going to survive the apocalypse, for crying out loud? Where are the real life skills at? There's not. I mean, it's crazy. I think the parents backing up. This is awful. I do too. I think just because it wasn't your kid, them parents should have had other parents standing alongside of them speaking out. This is wrong. Like, I didn't even know that something was a matter, like, you are not her parents. They changed her name and doubled. Hey, and if you don't comply, we're going to turn you into CPS, DCFS, children's services, whatever it is out there. It's insane. It's bananas. I mean, like, we are living in bizarro world. I swear we are living in bizarro world. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, but I'll just, parents, this is happening. And I have one in public school, and my older ones were all in public school. My 7-year-old is now, he's just in first grade, but we did homeschool for kindergarten. This year we're in person, and, thank God he's got an amazing teacher and she works with him. But he was, let's see, during the virus or during the lockdowns, he went in person after they lifted it. He went in person for 4 days. He was in trouble 3 out of the 4 days. Now, some of it wasn't all the teacher. But, I mean, like, he's in first grade. You can't work with a first grader who's not violent. He doesn't cuss. It's nothing like that. He just, he likes to tickle, and he doesn't shut up. And, I don't know where he would have gotten that from. At least the not shutting up thing. But anyways, yeah, so I wanted to share that with y'all. We talk about kids' rights over here. And can you imagine having a doctor tell you your child needs to be put on hormones at 7 years old? Can you imagine spending, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on attorney fees fighting your ex because she wants to turn your 7-year-old child into something completely opposite than what he was born with. I'm not, and let me say this too. I completely believe there is something called gender dysphoria. I 100% believe it. I absolutely believe it. Is it happening every 4 kids? Hell no. Hell no. It's just not. Oh, thank you for becoming a member, Blind Squirrel. Thank you so much. Thank you, baby. But yeah, it's sad. Like Blair White. I don't know if y'all know anything about her, but you know, I think she truly has gender dysphoria, and she talks about it openly, and she speaks out about these things also. So, and like I said, we're only talking about it here because it affects our youth. And this was awful, you know. Is there a link for Vivian because you want to see this stuff? Oh, about the Vatican? Yeah. Can y'all, one of y'all go over there to Vivian's channel and get her link? Now she does drama channel stuff too. So, but she does both. So, and she's actually had a YouTube channel for a long time, some years and years. So, yeah. But that was a really interesting stream she did the other day. All right, so let's hop into Lina. I got a couple things. I've just started. I've been following it, but kind of loosely following it. So, and then we'll talk about the West Memphis 3. I'm going to play this. I'm going to let this press conference with the father. It's going to be translated, and then I'm going to thank you, Shar. And then I got to go check on something. I think my son came home. My oldest son. Let's see, where is it at? Well, heck, where is it at? Here we go. All right. All right. Now, y'all tell me if y'all can hear it. If it's an echo. The volume's a little low, but can y'all hear it? Put a 1.
Just kind of give us the rundown of what happened.
It's an echo? Okay, what about now?
Yesterday around 6 o'clock, my wife called me and told me that my daughter has been disappeared.
ما پوښتنه وکړه چې څنګه ورکه شوه بیا یې ما ته دا کوم ځایونه کې چې ورکه شوه دغه هغې راکړه چې مثلا دې ځای کې زه ورته ناست وم دې ځای کې دې ناسته وه بس د پنجرې نه چې کله ووته پاسې موږ ته جګه شوه بس هغې نه وروسته ورکه شوه هېڅ درکې ونه لګېدو چې څنګه وشوه بیا ما ټول د کمپلیکس وکړ خو پیدا مې نه کړه تر اوسه بیا هم پولیسو ته زنګ وکړو.
Yes, when I arrived at home, I asked my wife that tell me the story. What happened? My wife told me
okay, it's good. No echo. I'll be right back.
She exited the,
yeah, it's just the volume of it. It's going to be low. I can't really adjust that.
Pathway, and from there she missed her.
What do you mean she missed her?
It means like she didn't see her anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she saw Lina go which way?
Yeah, she exited like the fencing area towards the concrete path, and she was disappeared from there. And she lost like the scene of her.
Lost sight of her.
Yeah.
And she had went back inside the house at that point, or what happened? Did she leave?
وکله چې هغه د پنجرې نه ووتله کور ته ولاړه ورسېدله
نه د ورکېدو نه مخکې یو ځل د اوبو په خاطر کور ته راغله بېرته راغله اوبه یې ځان سره ویوړې هملته پاتې شوه چې کله اوبه یې خپلې مور ته ورکړې بېرته ماشومانو ته ورغله ماشومان نه بیرون چې کله ووته د پنجرې نه ووته بیا نه ده بس تر اوسه ورکه ده.
Yeah, before she got
Hold on.
she first went
so this is Lina. Lina Khil. She is a 3-year-old toddler who went missing outside of her family's. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Let me see. She went missing at her parents' apartment complex. Yeah, and this is Lina's dad and a translator. The man in the mask is a translator, and the other guy is the dad. So, but here, this is crazy though. do y'all remember the Malia Bass case? Now listen, I'm not saying it's the same or whatever, but it's the same as far as the baby being left outside at an apartment complex, and he's just going. Let me see. Teacher is gone. Let's see, who is this? Okay, the newspaper article. My parents. Hold on. Hey, Rattlesnake, welcome. Ain't seen you in a while. Remember, the 3 were discovered outside of the military base, Marines camp. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. You remember? You have a news article. Parents cut out of the 50s where a man became. Wow, that is rare. That was rare. Yeah, she's gorgeous. But so it's I'm not prepared to say that I think the parents, whatever. I don't think that. I do think that people get comfortable, like with Xavier in the trailer park, or I just think people get comfortable and they don't it's a false sense of security, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So but yeah, she's missing. And the dad is just like, his wife called him, and let's just listen. And I don't know. It's so hard to hear and the volume is so low. Here, let's just look at something different. Because I want y'all to I don't want to play the whole thing and y'all not even be able to hear it. I'll tell you what, Mel too. I'll go get it here in a second. Ike and Mel has been all on top of this, and he's been doing fabulous coverage. Let's see, Rattlesnake, what are you talking about? When was that? Yeah, I wasn't sure, honey, what he was talking about. Let me see. Where's it at? Let's see. Here we go.
It marks 1 week since 3-year-old Lina Sardar Khil went missing. Police say she disappeared from a playground at her apartment complex last Monday around 5 p.m. Now, the search for her continues as the reward for information about her disappearance is on the rise.
Got you, Rattlesnake.
This is a case that's gained national attention, not just the eyes of San Antonio. So a lot of people are going to be wondering, is there any new information on the case?
Phil, at this time, police tell us there is no new information to offer us at this time. For many days, we saw San Antonio police posted outside of the apartment complex, stopping every single person that tried to enter. But the hope that she will come home continues. San Antonio police, as well as the FBI, have interviewed every single resident at the apartment. They've also combed through dozens of video footage to try and figure out where she might be. But neighbors tell us that the mood at the apartment complex has changed. Kids are no longer running around and playing. Instead, folks are filled with worry and dread. Still, the faith for her return lingers. The Afghan American Foundation has pitched in $25,000 towards the Islamic Center of San Antonio's growing reward for information. The fund now sits at $100,000 on top of $50,000 from Crime Stoppers.
If there's something that sort of is a common thread for Afghans in the U.S.
That is Mel's channel and video about
our well of hope runs pretty deep.
Lina.
And so my hope is that Lina is found and she's returned safely to her family, and they're able to heal from this really traumatic incident.
San Antonio police have told us in the past that they will use every single resource available to them to try and bring her home. If you have any information about where she might be, you're asked to call the San Antonio Police Missing Persons Unit. That number is 210-207-7660. Reporting from the Northwest Side, I'm Alyssa Tejas, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
All right, let's see. Okay, let's get this out of here. All right. Let me get back here to y'all. The link I dropped in the description, that is Mel's video, his most recent one about Lina. And I have one more article, and then we're going to be talking about West Memphis 3. Anytime I stream this week, we're going to be talking about West Memphis 3 a little bit. It's so much in there. And thank you, Rattlesnake. Yeah, there's so much in this case. There's no way you could cover it in one stream. There's just no way. It's too much. And there's other podcasts with interviews of different players over the years that I didn't even know about. The Lab did an interview with Terry Hobbs, one of the dads. He was a stepdad. So Yeah, and we're going to listen to that too. I tried to reach out to him to see if I could show his video, but I guess I'm just going to play the audio. I didn't hear anything. I'm going to have to do fair use. So, okay. And I have another article. Let's see. Here it is. Let's look at this. Oh, crap. No, I'm streaming. God. It's like, he's a grown adult. He'll be 18 in a month. Like 2 months. Like, get real. Can't figure something out. Okay. Lina Sardar Khil. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Okay. They threw me all off, guys. They threw me all off. Let's see. Terry H is the one they found, the hair. And when the boys, Randy, that's what they said. But as you'll hear in a minute, and there was some of the evidence that wasn't presented. Listen, I went from thinking they're guilty when I was a kid to thinking, well, let's finish up Lina. Let's finish up Lina. Give me 1 second. But yes, you are correct, Randy. I get so ahead of myself. Let's see. Lina Khil was at a playground located at her family's apartment complex when she disappeared after the mother left her unattended for a period of time. San Antonio Police Chief William McManus said during a press conference on Tuesday. When the mother returned, her daughter was gone. Police issue an Amber Alert Monday seeking the public's help in locating Lina, who was last seen Monday between 4 and 5 p.m. God, 4 and 5. We are sparing no assets or resources trying to find 3-year-old Lina. It remains unclear whether the child was abducted or wandered off. The police chief said, adding that police are gathering information from parents who were at the playground and at the time of the child's disappearance. According to CNN affiliate, the child's family is among an Afghanistan refugee in San Antonio. It's unclear when the family arrived in the United States. Authorities are searching all areas of the apartment complex, including nearby dumpsters and cars, due to suspicious nature. Let me read that part again. Authorities are searching all areas of the apartment complex, including nearby dumpsters and cars, due to the suspicious nature of the child's disappearance. Lina was last seen wearing a red dress, black jacket, black shoes. She weighs 55 pounds. She has brown eyes, straight brown hair, with light skin complexion. McManus encouraged anybody who has any information about Lina is asked to contact his department missing persons unit 210-207-7660. That number again, and I had to read it slowly because I have dyslexia. Those of y'all that don't know and are new, I do. 210-207-7660. And I can't stress to you enough the video that I linked. I'm fixing to relink it right now. Please go check out Mel. Mel. He puts out great content, and he's been so good to me over here at the channel. But he's been all on top of it. The link is right there in the chat, so please make sure you go watch his coverage. He's been doing a fabulous job. Bye, Tracy. I see everybody saying bye to you. Bye, honey. Okay, you got a phone call. Okay, let's see. All right. Hey, Joanne. Hey, baby. How are you? Okay. So, where to even start with the West Memphis 3? Is there anybody that's listening that has not heard of the West Memphis 3? If you have never heard of the West Memphis 3, put a 1 in the chat. And that will kind of let me know where I want to start at. Let me see. While I wait on y'all, because I'm ahead of y'all. 30 seconds. Let me see. Let's see. All right. So we're going to do this. All right. So now let me see what y'all are saying. Okay. So, and let's pull this up. So let's just do the Wikipedia to give you the quickest little. And listen, I also too, when we're talking about it, you can't. It's hard not to. Wait, what's this? What is Wikipedia doing? Why are they asking me to pay money? What the hell? Yeah, right, Wikipedia. I ain't giving you no damn money. You better move around. I ain't never seen that before. Okay, so let me share the screen. So this happened in 1993. It's very hard not to talk about the West Memphis 3 without talking about the people that they convicted, and they did 17 years in prison. Okay? But in the midst of everything, the children get lost. For me, it's about the kids. If Jesse, Miss Kelly, Damian Eccles, and Jason Baldwin did not kill these kids, then who did? All right, so let's just read down, and let's just give you a little. I'm not going to read all this, just a little bit. The West Memphis 3 are 3 men convicted as teenagers in 1994 of the 1993 murders of 3 boys in West Memphis, Arkansas. Damian Eccles was sentenced to death. Jesse Miss Kelly Jr. to life in prison plus 2 20-year sentences. Jason Baldwin, life imprisonment. During the trial, the prosecution asserted that the juveniles killed children as a part of a satanic ritual. Now, there's all the Paradise Lost on HBO. Those are the documentaries that HBO did, which really kind of set, these guys may be still sitting in jail if not for these documentaries and not the publicity from celebrities and advocates. And and I'm still kind of twisted on some of it, honestly, because I think the truth is somewhere in the middle, but I don't know. I mean, a lot's changed too. So, and there's 3 kids that get lost in the mix of it. Now, Devil's Knot is an actual movie. Now, take with it what you will. I mean, they left a lot out. But that has Reese Witherspoon in it, but it's called Devil's Knot. I mean, these are just little things. Let's see. Due to the dubious nature of the evidence, as well as the suspect's presence of emotional bias in court, the case generated widespread controversy and was subject to several documentaries. Celebrities, musicians held fundraisers to support to free the men. In July 2007, new forensic evidence was presented. A report jointly issued by the state and defense team stated, although most of the genetic material removed from the scene was attributed to the victims of offenses, some of it cannot be attributed to either victims or the defendants. So why? Yeah, okay. Following the 2010 decision by the Arkansas State Supreme Court regarding new pronounced DNA evidence and potential jury misconduct. Yeah, I forgot about that too. And there was perjury. One of the ladies committed perjury. Oh, we're going to talk about all of it over this week. It's a lot to go over. The 3 negotiated a plea bargain with prosecutors on August 19th, 2011. They entered an Alford plea, which allowed them to assert their innocence while acknowledging that the prosecutors have enough evidence to convict them. So, 4 months ago, it was 10 years since they were released. And, what happened to Christopher, to the Christopher Meyer, God, I'm getting tongue-tied. All right, let me get back here to y'all, and let me share this new we got. So, does anybody have any questions? Robin, not that Robin. How are you, sweetheart? Merry late Christmas. Let's see. All right. So, does anybody have any questions thus far that are not familiar with this case? Make sure he knows Bieber sent you. That's right. Yes, you tell Mel I sent him. I sent y'all. Absolutely. You tell him. Let's see. So, does anybody have any questions thus far that I can answer? Because I'm going to talk about the new. Let's see. Remember the little girl? They'll say, yes, I do remember. Mel also followed her case. What's new with the case? You can only imagine. Oh, you're going to shit your pants, Robin, not that Robin. You're going to poop skis your pants. Let me show you what's new in this case. It's really not new, but it is new because everybody sucks. So do y'all remember, those of y'all that follow the case closely, a bunch of the evidence was destroyed, right? No more, right? No, it's actually intact. Evidence believed lost in the West Memphis 3 case found at a police department. Let's see. Come on, man. let's see. An attorney involved in the West Memphis 3 case, in which 3 teenagers were convicted of killing 3 boys in 1993, is claiming that evidence related to the case that was believed to be lost or destroyed has been located at the West Memphis Police Department. Guys, this is fucking bananas. I don't want to mess up anything. Let me see what this video is. It may not even be related to this. I don't know. Guys, this is major. You know, what's in this evidence? What is in this evidence? Let me see if this video will play. No, I just think this is an ad video. Okay. Attorney Patrick Bensa, who represented, also, Real Chill Graz. He put out a video on the West Memphis 3 too. If one of my mods could get that. I don't, y'all may not even be familiar with him. He's got a nice little channel. I like him. He's pretty chill. Let's see. Who represented defendant Damien Eccles wrote in a Wednesday statement that he located evidence from the case after being granted access to the police department through an Arkansas state court order. According to WREG, he said the evidence, which is claimed city officials previously told him was lost, destroyed, or missing, was found intact and organized. Like, are you kidding me? Benka says he hopes the evidence can be tested for DNA to help clear the names of his client, who, along with Jason Baldwin and Jesse Misskelley Jr. Now, what I will tell you, Jesse Misskelley, which we're going to dive more into that. We're about to talk about this shit all week. This case has always bugged the crap out of me. Jesse Misskelley confessed, right? Jesse Misskelley Jr. He confessed. It was a spotty confession at best. And a lot of the things he was saying, it didn't even, like, the bodies weren't even in a manner which he said it happened. Like, he was saying things that, didn't even happen to the kids. And it's awful. And he was in there. It was grueling. It was, similar to McDonald and how he did that kid, that 15-year-old, what was that kid's name? Michael. Heck, y'all know what I'm talking about. McDonald over there at the interview room. Similar to what he did with that one kid in his years. Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm not bad mouthing him. I know a lot of people like him, and that's fine. But okay, let's read. Was convicted of murder as a teenager in 1994. Prosecutors in the case argued that Eccles, Baldwin, and Misskelley had killed 3 boys the prior year. As the 3 boys were prior year as part of satanic rituals. That's worded very strange. The 3 men spent nearly 17 years in prison before being released, which we read that. We are pleased that the evidence is intact. According to WREG, we are planning to move ahead and test this evidence during the latest DNA technology available to hopefully identify the real killers of the 3 children in 1993 and exonerate Damien Eccles, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Misskelley. This discovery comes after Memphis Chief of Police Michael Pope resigned Tuesday. Eccles claimed that Pope's departure and the discovery of the evidence are connected. And this is his tweet. The chief of police was not truthful. He has now resigned, and we know that none of this evidence was destroyed. It now can be tested to see who left DNA at the crime scene. My attorney was in the evidence room this morning and saw it with his own eyes. Every piece of it's still there. How crazy is this? All right, let me get back to the chat. I can't see y'all. So how crazy is this? Yeah, real. Did you get the link? Thank you, Shar. Yeah, that's it. Misskelley was slow. He does have mental difficulties. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, this is crazy. So now, over the years, people were like, well, if they didn't do it, then who did it, right? Michael Crow. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Then who did it, right? Then who did it? So there was the night the boys went missing. There was one solitary woman on the police working that night. Well, I mean, one police officer. I don't guess it matters that she's a woman. But there was one police officer working. So she was taking the rounds with the missing boys, going around the neighborhood. Robin Hills is where the boys went. They all went riding their bikes together. Um, oh, thank you so much. I mean, I love seeing new people in here. I appreciate that. Yes, that's not a dig on him. It was almost in love. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm not digging on. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, you know. So this officer, right after the boys were reported missing, she gets a call from the Bojangles. The police get a phone call from the Bojangles. Right, it's a restaurant. There was a man. He came in there who was bloody and muddy. Okay. He went in the bathroom. He had blood all over the walls and everything. So the officer, she goes out there. Yep. She goes out there to check it out. And she goes through the drive through. I've always wondered why she didn't get her ass up outside of that cop car. She pulls up to the drive through and says, "Hey, we got a call of a man bloody and muddy. What's going on?" Well, he left. He went that way. Now, I don't know why she didn't go in there, but the evidence was cleaned. The employees, they didn't leave the blood on the wall of the muddy guy. No, they cleaned it up. So they cleaned evidence. So it's just very strange to me that the Bojangles guy happened the same night the boys go missing. He vanished and nothing ever come out about it. That's just one person. Another person that was called into question was Stephen Branch. Yeah, I think it was Stevie Branch. Was it Stevie Branch? Terry Hobbs, Stevie Branch. Yes. Yes. Stevie Branch, stepdad. No, do I got this right? Let me see. I don't want to say it wrong. Let me see. I don't want to say it wrong. Let's see. Stevie Branch. Yes, I had it right. I just want to make sure. It's been so long. So Stephen Branch, his stepfather, let me see. Terry Hobbs, he's done some questionable stuff too. So he did an interview with, let me get back to y'all. He did an interview with the lab. Josh, that's been covering the Summer Wells. I'm not going to play his video. I'm going to play the audio and I'm going to link. In fact, it's already in the description. So Stevie Branch was a victim. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I was just making sure I had his dad, like that was the right kid connected with Terry. Like I said, guys, it's been, I'm just now re-looking at all this. You're making a dream catcher and listening. This is interesting. Thank you for going. Oh God, yeah, it's a lot. And I'm gonna sit down before the next stream, and I'm gonna kind of slice together chronological a timeline of what's happened over the years, so that you can watch it and you'll be like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Right now, I'm just kind of looking over stuff. So now this is already in the description. I tried to get permission. But I was unsuccessful. He don't have an email that I'm aware of. So this is him interviewing Terry Hobbs. This came out in 2020. It says, "Welcome to the West Memphis, Terry Hobbs 2020." And this is No Big Deal podcast. This is the lab. Yeah. So I'm just going to play the audio. Hopefully y'all can hear it okay. And hopefully it's okay and I don't have to take my video down. But I'm crediting him. I'm putting it in the chat. It's already in the description. So
Terry, did you kill or have anything to do with the murders of Christopher, Michael, or your stepson Stevie? Time to talk to me too.
Well, you're more than welcome.
So let's go ahead. I wanted to ask you a couple questions because I saw this documentary not that long ago. I believe it was called The Forgotten West Memphis 3 or something like that. I might even cut that on you.
the link is in the chat. Now, I want to say, and I still don't know what I feel about it. And thank you, Sepito. If you can, just let him know that, and I credit him, whatever. I'm trying to do fair use. And I'm not showing his actual video, just the audio. So, but I want to say this too, as far as Terry Hobbs, there was a point in time to where I was like, oh yeah, because he does do weird things. And even his friend that was with him that day, they have conflicting stories. But I'm still looking at, I'm muted right now. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 if y'all can hear me. Gerardo is looking for Al Capone's vault. Oh Lord, that happened a long time ago, didn't it? Can y'all hear me? Yes. Put a 1. But after hearing this interview, I don't know, man. It kind of would be worth it to me to talk to the lab and see what he thought, because he's been following this. So, and I just started going. He's got 7 videos of his West Memphis 3 playlist. I can hear you, but not the podcast. What the? Okay. All right. Well, then how did you hear the music, goofball? It was part of the podcast. I fast forwarded it because I don't want the music. Joanne, I'm old as dirt too, man. I'm old. I'm farting dust over here.
Reason that those movies were so popular because of the way he was acting, and their whole agenda when Paradise Lost came out was to frame him as the look. He went around acting like a crazy person, but all these cameras and attention and everything was on him, and he kind of ate it up in a way. I mean, maybe I'm wrong there. I wasn't there, but I've watched enough and seen enough, and like you said, it was you. And where did that come from?
Well, when the money comes around, they get people to do pretty much what they want.
Yeah, and it was
say what they want.
It was kind of a known fact that he was paid to act this way, to act outlandish, to make look. He's the reason that those movies were so popular because of the way he was acting, and their whole agenda when Paradise Lost came out was to frame him as the look. He went around acting like a crazy person, but all these cameras and attention and everything was on him, and he kind of ate it up in a way. I mean, maybe I'm wrong there. I wasn't there, but I've watched enough and seen enough, and like you said, when you can get anybody to do anything when they're paying you, and to say anything. Right. And were you guys friends?
No, I didn't know him before any of this, and this is how I met him.
And then after, did you guys form any kind of friendship?
Well, I thought we did.
And then he went on to accuse you of having something to do with this. Were you with the boys the morning of the day they disappeared?
I didn't see them boys none that day.
So that was another misconception that people have tried to say that, some lady said, and I don't even know if this lady has a name or not, but she would say, I saw Terry with the 3 boys that morning, and I don't even know who that is. It was never confirmed. It was never nothing. There was no evidence to show that.
Okay, good day.
That was
never happened.
Right. So that's important to know, and I think it's very important for you, especially with this happening recently with this new documentary, that you get a chance to defend yourself, and not with somebody who's out
to crucify you. My next question would be, why didn't you have the police meet you at your house? Why did you have them meet you somewhere else?
Well, at the time this happened, we didn't have cell phones. Okay, so we're out riding around, walking around. We were over at the Moores and the Byers home. They live side by side. And so we was over at their home, and Dana decided that she would go in and call the police, and Mark said he was going to go over and call the police. And I asked Dana, I said, would you mind telling them that Stevie's with them also? And she said she wouldn't mind. So I'm taking it, and I took it back then, that she told the police that
Y'all
Stevie
please
was
go
with
sub
them.
up to
I didn't run home to do it.
MTGB.
I done
She
it in her
covers
front
kids'
yard.
cases. She's amazing.
Terry, did you
Welcome, honey.
kill or have anything to do with the murders of Christopher, Michael, or your stepson Stevie?
No, sir, I did not.
How long were you and Pam married for?
Altogether, Pam and I was married 17 years.
17 years. Do you have any contact with her?
No, I don't. It's been a while.
The weird thing about these kind of stories is that when these tragedies happen, it's very hard to put a family back together. There's so much lost in translation, that you guys both are ripped apart inside. The media is relentless with things like this, and you don't get a chance. See, that was the thing about you, Terry, was that when all this was happening, I didn't see you out doing major interviews. I didn't see you doing anything except trying to comfort your wife. You were in court. You sat through the trial, which would be odd for somebody to sit in a courtroom, when they're the actual killer of the crime. It just doesn't. None of that makes any sense. So Bob is trying to solve a crime, to me, that has been solved. And I want to ask you about this. Did you know Damien, Jason, and Jesse before any of this? Did you know of them? Did you know anything about them?
I did not. I've never seen them in my life until the day that we were. They called the police department, called us and told us to be in court that they was going to charge 3 teenagers, and that's the first time I've ever laid eyes on them.
Do you believe that Damien, Jason, and Jesse are the killers?
I still believe that.
There's been so much speculation and back and forth. I mean, these guys are convicted child killers to this day with their Alford plea. The necklace, the necklace that was left out, Damien's necklace, and I believe Stevie's blood was on that necklace. Is that true?
That's true.
And Damien's blood as well, correct?
Correct.
And that wasn't allowed.
So this was not allowed in court. And those just joining, welcome. And this is the lab. The link is in the description, and I've been passing it through the chat. This is the lab. He interviewed Terry Hobbs on a No Big Deal podcast, but it's also on his YouTube channel. So I'm going to rewind that a little bit, and then we're going to have to finish this. Time's getting away. I got to cook dinner and stuff, but I want y'all to hear this. This was not entered into evidence. This is what he's saying.
3 teenagers, and that's the first time I've ever laid eyes on them.
Do you believe that Damien, Jason, and Jesse are the killers?
I still believe that.
There's been so much speculation and back and forth. I mean, these guys are convicted child killers to this day with their Alford plea. The necklace, the necklace that was left out, Damien's necklace, and I believe Stevie's blood was on that necklace. Is that true?
That's true.
And Damien's blood as well, correct?
Correct.
And that wasn't brought into the trial because it was found after the closing arguments. So
correct.
Me too, Winter Moon. We're going to be talking about it all week.
If you watch it, it's a brilliantly done documentary. I really do think that the directors are very artistic. They know what they're doing. Okay. The director of the movie said meeting Damien, within 5 minutes, he believed he was innocent on nothing other than just talking to him. Okay. That is insane to me. So yeah. From Jump Street, it was, I believe these boys are innocent. And I'm going to make a documentary, and I'm going to put pressure on a documentary like this hadn't been done before. And when it happened on HBO, prime time, Sunday night, 1993, it aired. That's when things kind of got crazy. I mean, it had already been crazy, but when that happened, the case exploded. Do you remember that day when it aired?
Well, they sent us copies of it, so we watched it before. And Joe and Bruce, Joe Sanofsky and, Bruce, whoever, Joe and Bruce, creative thinking. But no, we watched it, and, you could see the slant, and I bet they accomplished what they wanted, which was, let's plant doubt in everybody's mind. And they did. They pulled it off.
How do you feel?
Oh, I know. Okay. I've been diving over all this information, catching back up. Hey, April.
And I disagreed.
What's the name of whose channel?
We get a phone call from the Scott Ellington, the new prosecuting
This is
attorney.
the lab interviewing Terry Hobbs. Here's the link. I'm going to drop it again right now.
He called us, and we argued about this. I totally disagree. And he let me know, as he did everybody else.
Winter Moon, me too. I've always kind of thought he had something to do with it, but this is an interesting interview.
We've already worked something out with these boys. We're fixing to let them out for it.
They were tired of the case because of the pressure from the media and the fan club of the West Memphis Three, which one thing that stuck in my mind. I think it was in Paradise Lost 2 Revelations when Mark surprisingly said something super insightful. He said it reminded them of the Marilyn Manson fan club, Son of Sam, and Jeffrey Dahmer, all those guys. There was nothing different except for the exposure that this received. If it had not been for this exposure, if it had not been for HBO and their documentary, this case would have been like any other case. Now, I know that the circumstances were pretty gruesome, but you can look anywhere on the internet.
He did lie so much. I agree, Randy.
Murdered yesterday, Terry. I mean, it's not uncommon. These things happen. So what they did was they put this huge microscope on HBO is a huge entity. It's been a huge entity, and it wasn't going to stop until they got what they wanted. My next question is to you. Now they've been out of jail for about.
Y'all mean to tell me I've been dropping the wrong damn link this whole time? What have I got going on? This is what happens when I do 500 things at once. Okay, I'm getting it right this second. Well, Mel, you got a lot of publicity over here today. Okay, I'm just grabbing this link right now. Thank you so much, Eileen, for telling me that. This is the actual link. If one of my mods could double check, it's got to be. I just pulled it. I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to post it 3 times. Char said, I trusted you, Beaver. I know. It happens. It happens sometimes. Oh, goodness. Okay. We're going to listen to a little bit more of this. It's 26 minutes long. I've got to go and start dinner. I'm normally not doing this late. Oh, God, what a heel I am, huh? Sorry, lab.
9 going on 10 years. Next year will be 10 years.
No, in 2011 they were released.
Okay, so 2000, so 9 years, and they claim that they want to exonerate themselves. At the time, they wanted to exonerate themselves. They pleaded guilty, but they said, we want to maintain our innocence, but we're going to plead guilty to get out. If they didn't commit the crimes, if Damien, Jason, and Jesse did not commit these crimes, why haven't the real killers been found by now?
Well, I think they were found back in 1993.
I spoke to
they're looking over DNA now,
with this case, and we were talking about, well, how come more of these child murders didn't happen? Where is this serial killer? Why did it stop? Have they done anything to try to exonerate themselves?
No, actually they have not.
Yeah, Randy, he was a nut.
You don't see him. I think Bob has been their biggest hit, and he's really not done anything but just made himself look like what he is.
We know what Bob is. Like I said, Bob has always had a history of trying to solve crimes that have been solved. When I watched this documentary of his, I watched it and I said to myself, he kept talking about new evidence. That was his thing, new evidence, DNA evidence, all this stuff. He would use these buzzwords, but nothing ever came to fruition. There was no new evidence. I saw nothing. He threw a bunch of theories against a wall and they didn't stick. Bob.
All right, guys. I'm fixing to have to wrap it up. Let me get this on screen. We're going to finish this tomorrow. I'm going to do... Oh, let me hide that comment. So, yeah. One more time. But in the description, it is actually... I know you want... Let me show you a full screen, Okie. Yeah, this is my little 3-pound wonder. I don't know. He's 3 or 4 pounds. I don't know. But this is Ranger. He's my little Yorkie. See, he's so tiny. Look, he's all tiny. Yeah, we're gonna finish talking about this tomorrow, and I don't know. I think we may just talk about the West Memphis 3. What do y'all think? Y'all want to do that? I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm letting time get away from me. Yeah, no worry. Yeah, in a Real Chill Gross, he also talked about it. I know, don't you love it? What is the name? Alex Erickson. Um, yeah, Alex Erickson. She has a great channel. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all go please join out to her too. Kubi, hey, baby, welcome. Yeah, yes, this is Ranger. He's so sweet. Merry Christmas to you too, Blue Rose. Merry Christmas. So yeah, we're gonna talk more about this West Memphis, because listen, everybody's got an idea of what they think, and I'm telling you, I have literally gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, and I'm going to be listening to more of the Josh at the lab. He's got a whole playlist. In fact, let me pull it right now. That way, let me pull this playlist right now. Hold on. Here it is. Let me see. Heck. Hold on. I just had it earlier. There it is. Let me see. Give me a half second. Playlist. Yeah, here it is. Here's this West Memphis 3 playlist. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Here is his playlist for all of his West Memphis 3 contents. Let me get back to y'all. Drop it. Yeah, here. Yeah, there you go. All right, so this is his playlist, Josh at the Labs playlist. I didn't even know. I just heard of him with Summer Wells, and it's so much. I don't really watch a lot now. I have watched some of his music videos, and the one where he read the poem. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful stuff. So yeah, but I don't, y'all know the Summer Wells. I don't have to tell y'all what the Summer Wells case is. It's crazy, and I just don't look at all of it because I've had to climb out of the rabbit hole like 5,000 times if I can spare myself anymore. I don't even have enough rope or ladders to pull myself out. So, all right, guys, this has been a fabulous stream. I will see y'all again tomorrow. We will be mainly focusing on the West Memphis 3. Thank you, everybody. All the new people come here. Sepito, MVP of the day. Thank you for sending new peeps this way. We appreciate it. I love y'all. Leave it to beavergmail.com if y'all are, if y'all need to get a hold of me. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow. And I'm going to have more stuff, and I'm going to have it set up to where, y'all going to have a timeline. I'm trying to do the best I can. It's a lot has happened over the past 20 years, right? All right, guys, I love y'all. Be kind to yourself, and I will see y'all tomorrow.